just thought I'd hit record and maybe edit this down.
The power of chord. Do it.
The power of chord. Cool.
Yeah, just thought I'd try that. Are we ready?
Sure.
Okay. Great Hexpectations has just included on Backer Kit playing one of the encounters for testing purposes, but mostly for fun. We've never played Shadowdark before, and we're going to use Shadowdark to play one of the encounters from the zine. And that's really all there is to say about that.
Excellent.
So, let's start.
Can we do it?
Yeah, you roll up to Pirip Village. You stand on a little hill overlooking the village. You're supposed to come here. You're going to tell me why in a second. And you look down on the village and it seems eerily quiet. There's no tufts of smoke coming from the chimneys of the houses. There is no clanging of the blacksmith hard at work. There is no shouting of parents calling kids in for dinner or any of the usual village noises and activities you would expect to see. From this distance, it's difficult to see what's wrong, but it's not normal. My first question to you guys is, why are you here? What is the purpose of your visit to the village?
Well, Zaldini the Red has come to this village to seek guidance and a mentor for his burgeoning ability in Arcana. As a fledgling wizard, he has been told that there is a wizard to be found in Pirate Village who can help teach him and help him hone his craft.
Fantastic. And your companion?
Martin Rast is he is running away and running towards. He's been doing both for so long that he can't really tell the difference between them anymore. But he is here to rob the place, basically. But he's wondering whether that is the best policy. It's a question he's asked himself many times, fallen into the same habit, and had to run away. And he's here. I'm not sure whether his fairly recent companion, I would say. I wouldn't say we've journeyed together for a long time.
No,
I think we've met on the road, and we've seen that there's safety in a kind of numbers here.
Yep.
And you had somewhere to go, and I only had somewhere to leave. So you gave me a bit of a sense of purpose and direction. Indeed. And I figured it sounded like if there's a wizard here, there might be some cool shit to take. Or just the next chapter of the story, you know?
Sorry, Nathan, your character's called what?
He's called Zaldini the Red.
Zaldini, thank you. It was a Z. Okay. So you, like I said, stand on a small hill overlooking Pirate Village, and it seems eerily quiet as you look down, you go down the hill and go to the village. Let's move you forward. And as you enter and you walk up the main street, there's this chemical burning smell in your nostrils, and you see weird puddles of some sort of liquid strewn across the main street. And it's when you examine these puddles closely that, to your horror, you realize these are the dissolved remains of some of the villagers.
Ooh.
It's kind of like ribs peeking out of some of these puddles, or kind of rags where the clothes have kind of not quite gone into the whatever corrosive liquid, and it smells of this, like I said, caustic, burning flesh smell, and the village is quiet, very, very quiet.
Red, my man. This was not what I was expecting. What on earth have you brought me to?
Well, I'm not sure, Martin. It looks like some kind of evil magic or something. I don't really know.
For you, Fireman Sam.
It's very good. This is a dangerous voice to be doing because I keep lapsing into other accents. But I thought I'd try it.
You've got like
now.
You're not committed. You've got a little bit of time to back out. What's the clause that insurance, but cooling off period?
Cooling off
of another 5 minutes.
We're going to see how it goes.
I like it. I think there's a kind of musicality to it that I'm enjoying.
That's what I'm going for. Now then, Martin, I believe there's been some evil magic afoot. You know where I came from in Landfair, there was some evil magic.
Oh, we're about to be so popular in Wales.
Going for demographics. I don't know. Just be careful now. You keep your eyes out now.
Right. This is something Shadowdark does. I'd like you to roll for initiative.
Yes. That's I listened that far. Well, I got 9.
10.
Do I add my dex or not?
No.
Okay.
It's a flat roll, right?
I don't know.
I'm saying it's a flat roll. I don't know.
Not.
Now, the rules say whoever gets the highest goes first, and we go clockwise. Now,
yes.
I'm going to keep this simple for me, so I'm going to clockwise as I look at it, because your windows are different to mine, right? So,
indeed.
Martin, you go first. Then it's going to be Zaldini, and then it's my turn. So, this is just a way of making sure everyone gets a little bit of time on the ball, as it were. It's not super strict, but it's just something I want to just keep in the back of our mind. So, keep doing what you're doing. But Zaldina, Martin, is there anything specifically you'd like to do at this point?
I would like to scan around, because I think this is a guy who has to make quick exits sometimes. And so I think he looks around and he's getting a read of the place to see if there is a more covert way for him to scrutinize it, or to see if there's any threat that he's got no loyalty to this place. Fuck this shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's looking around, he's scanning. That's what he wants to do. Just work out the best place to go and move next. He's going to move because he's stood in, I think essentially we're stood kind of in an open space of this village.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like it. He's in a place where anything could see him and he can't see anything else.
Yeah. And
I'm going to move where it's the best place to move.
Kind of village square of this place. It's a very small village, and there's the usual suspects in the square. There's the place where the market will be held. There's a tavern. There's a couple of cottages. There's a smithy maybe, and then you can see a couple of cottages a little further down. And the other thing on the other kind of branch of the crossroads is Pirate Village is on the banks of the Gargery River, and you can see the fast flowing, and you can hear the fast flowing waters of the Gargery River. And there's a little dock like on the way. There's nothing threatening at the moment that you can see in your immediate environs. There are, like I said, those steaming, corroding puddles of remains kind of everywhere, and various kind of almost like giant slug trails around the village. But nothing else.
Blood, though. Blood. Or giant slug trails that aren't blood.
No, but a kind of it's and these trails, this liquid, it's a visceral mix of some sort of purple corrosive, kind of acid type thing, but then mixed in with the red of the blood. It smears of it everywhere. So it's a real mess.
Okay. Then I would like to look for the building that is there any path that is untouched by that sort of slimy path?
There is there's nowhere that hasn't got a trail, but there is one house that has perhaps just one. It's not as maybe something went in that direction but didn't catch anything.
Okay, I'm going to, like I said, so do I need to make some sort of roll to work out which direction I want to go in, or do I just choose?
No, you can just do that.
I think he would. I would like to head towards a homestead or place of business rather than the tavern, right? So if there's like a forge or a home, that's where he's going to go first.
Okay, so there's a forge.
Is it the old Clem forge?
Yes. Yes.
And I'll go for that, please.
Okay,
I'm going to
so
make
you
for
make
that.
your way. And are you, Zaldini, are you going to go with him?
Yes, I think I kind of scamper after him. I just before we go, I kind of again the actual viscera in front of us. Does it look like they've been butchered quite naturally, or does it look like arcane, like they've been magicked to death or
not arcane, but if you've ever taken Disprin, where you just drop the tablets in the water and you just watch it dissolve. It's like someone has dropped these villagers in a glass of acid and they've just dissolved and been kind of poured out on the ground. So it looks a bit like that. And these puddles are everywhere. And they are puddles. They're kind of almost like potholes in the ground. And you can see it even start to seep into the soil a bit as well, and kind of the ground is beginning to steam a little bit.
Yeah, so he's like, fuck this shit, and he's off.
Right. And Zaldini, do you want to take is there anything you want to do here? You just going to go with him, or?
I think I'm a little goblin, so I'm a little bit vulnerable. I think I would have made the approach to Martin, who you're a human, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you're a bit bigger than me. You look like you carry yourself a bit well. So I think, I saw you on the road. We got to talking, and since then I've been kind of quite eager to follow you around. I don't think you would look twice to see whether I'm coming or not. You would just go and I scamper off and go, hang on, Martin, I'm right with you. I scamper off after you.
Okay, and you make it across to the forge.
Bastard! You just rolled a die.
That's yeah. Nice try.
Did you? So you make it over to the forge, and I forgot to ask, so I'm going to ask now. If we imagine the camera's resting on the anvil, if this was a film.
Nice.
And it's a low, wide angle shot of the two of you approaching the forge. Steam rising in the foreground of the dissolved villagers. And what do you look like? Should have asked that way soon. Sorry.
Initiative order.
I wear a heavy cloak over me, in the sense, or like maybe not heavy in the sense like it's made of like a thick material, but a traveler's cloak. It's mud spattered. It's what I would pull around me at night and sitting by the fire, and it's got it looks weathered, but underneath you can see the details of clothing that would be expensive, right? That would be like a ruffled shirt and a nicely buttoned and studded piece of leather armor. That this is a kind of black leather studded armor with kind of, his clothes fit him perfectly. They're nice boots rather than kind of somebody else's boots that don't fit, made to work. His daggers that he wears on his hip are both, he wears them sort of, like a bit like a samurai does, one over the other, like rather than like one on each side.
Exactly. We know how that goes.
Yeah. And so they look very thin, like stiletto knives, almost like very thin, not like a craftsman's kind of blade, but like, incisive. So he has the details of someone who has come from wealth, really. Although he doesn't have men at arms, he doesn't have a kind of crest or anything on him, and he certainly doesn't have, as I said, the retinue or the station of it. It's just in that clothing.
Okay. Zaldini.
Almost an opposite. His clothes don't look like his clothes. They're not a good fit. I think the travel cloak that he's wearing kind of almost covers him up, drags about. It's all frayed at the end of it, where it's just dragged along the ground. His boots, one shade is off a little bit, so one looks like quite dark brown, one looks quite black, and again they're scuffed and everything like that. He tries to cover himself up a lot. I don't know the world of Shadowdark that well right now, but I'm assuming as a goblin, maybe there's towns and villages and that where they might not be so welcoming to him. So again, he has quite a heavy hood. His hood is pulled back, and he has kind of like what's that called, like a widow's peak or something like that, and like quite
exactly what it's called
at the back, red hair. He's a red-haired goblin from the valleys. He's got he's got quite an anxious face at the moment, but it does kind of just twitch into very sheer focus from time to time as he is going around. The only other thing he's got is his staff with him that he kind of like almost plows himself along with, so you hear like as he's trying to keep up with Martin's more purposeful, more almost aristocratic stride, and he's just scampering and dunking this big staff behind.
And it's interesting, as you do that, you approach the forge and you realize that the staff, like the ground is not in every place as firm as you would expect. It feels a little, there are places where the staff kind of goes through a little bit and like that, and it's kind of steaming a bit. And as you approach the forge, there is a puddle that is slightly larger than the ones you've seen, and there's like a kind of a leather apron floating in the middle of it. And that's kind of around the entrance to the forge, and there's a kind of a hammer lying past this puddle, and that's kind of, so that's what we see. Looking out, we see you guys, and then that's what you see as you approach the forge. And the fire in the forge is low, like it's dimming, like it's been let go out, obviously.
Would we be able to gauge, like, how long? Like, can we get a sense of how long this has happened by looking at the fire? Like, is there any kind of tells as to how recently this phenomenon has happened?
If we were playing D&D, you'd make a check to see if you knew that. But instead, what I'll ask is, do you guys have any relevant expertise here that would tell you that?
I think,
if you know.
I think we would have a sense, because I think in the Shadowdark world, a source of heat is a rare treasure. So I think that, especially for Martin, who misses the warmth of a home where servants might keep his fires going and warm his bed for him and things like that as a boy, I think he's into that. I think of a forge as quite an open building, right? You can just walk into it almost, right? Rather than like a closed shop. And so I think he's in there and whips his cloak back around him, removes his leather gloves and sort of tucks them over his belt. And he puts his hand close to the embers of this fire to try and get some feeling back into them. Because a place that is constantly dark or regularly dark is cold. And so I think that he's walked, and I think that's what he would get a sense of, is he would get a sense of how warm it is and what that kind of reveals about whether this fire has long been out. Because a forge's one as well would be a really hot fire. So I think he can just get a sense of, like, it's still very hot and there's almost a mirage coming off it, or actually he's got to get his hands really close to it to feel any of that warmth.
It's been a few days.
So I think it's warm, but it's not hot.
Yes, I don't know the cooling rates of forges, so
no,
don't.
And I think we can go with that.
But it's been a few days. You can tell, and you can kind of tell as well the way all the dissolving and the corrosion is taking place as well. Like, this is starting to seep into the soil, so like it's been a few days.
Fair.
So I think again sorry,
go on. Go on.
Can he scan the forge to see if there's anything there of value or of use?
Yeah, I mean, this is a village forge, so the things the blacksmith are going to make are things useful to the villagers. So you're not going to find a cache of weapons here. No. You might find perhaps, a pitchfork or maybe a scythe or something like that. But really not much that's like that. If you need a tool, then maybe you'll find something like that here. But you're not going to find a cache of long swords or anything.
I think he would, if there is anything like some nails or pins, anything like that could be of use to him as a thief, to drive into a lock. Or I think he grasps at a few bits and tucks them into his pack, but they are, like I said, long nails or maybe like some sort of small, nice little hammer. He just picks out a few bits that might be of use to him.
Yeah, I'll probably take up a slot in your inventory then.
Nice.
Get in. Now, if you want to spend longer, you can maybe search to see where he keeps the takings, if you want to spend more time here searching, but you get the sense they're probably somewhere, secure. It might take a little bit more time.
Absolutely up for that.
Okay, cool. Zaldini, is there anything you'd like to do?
I think whilst Martin's looting this recently deceased poor blacksmith, I'm looking back out to the village. I'm just looking for any signs of movement, anything at all that kind of would get my attention. Is there anything at all I see?
The large puddle in front of you.
Yes.
A bubble rises up to the top of it and just goes.
It makes me jump.
And you jump.
I do. Then I will, to be honest, I will just kind of keep watch from behind, like the doorway, just looking out or something. Whereas I'm slightly hidden, but I will just wait for Martin to return.
Okay, great. And you're ransacking the place then.
Well, I think he would like to try and still not be too loud. But he is, because this is a lot of metal objects, so he's not going to be like, like turning the place over like a thug.
Sure.
But he is looking to see if he can work out where this man would keep.
Yeah, and you find like
he thinks it's no use to him. He thinks the puddle outside is whoever owned the bloody place. So sod it.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
And you find a small little lockbox somewhere under a, whatever. You want to try and pick it, you can.
Yes, please.
So, make a dexterity roll.
Okay. 10.
Yeah, it's a lockbox. It's not a safe. It's a lockbox. I think you open it, and there's 10 gold pieces in there.
Hey,
nice.
Score.
And Zaldini, as you listen to him do this, and he opens the lockbox, 2 more bubbles.
Okay. I take note of that.
And you hear, yeah, that's it. You don't hear anything. It's fine.
Yeah.
Red, my man, everything all right out there?
Well, it's just the bubbling remains of a blacksmith, but I don't see anything at all. Strange things are afoot in the village of Pirip.
Yeah.
You're almost done, Martin.
Yeah, just one mo.
Are you posh now?
I was always.
That's so sorry.
And you're going to take issue with my accent.
I do apologize, Martin.
Yeah. I think, yeah, he comes out. Oh, yeah. So.
I'm sorry, have you seen Martin? He just went in there.
Yeah.
Looks exactly like you, but totally different voice.
Does it? He comes out and looks around, and he makes for the next building along. He's not hanging around. He's going door to door here quite quickly. And I think he doesn't necessarily see the tavern as a place worth plundering. But homes have things of value in them. So I think he looks out from the forge, picks his next building, and darts for that one.
Okay. Is it just you're just going to the next building? It's not like there's no reason for your choice. You're just choosing a civilian building.
Or yeah, I think so. Because I think that's where there is no fortified space in this village, as far as I'm aware. So no. I don't think there's no space at which everybody, like a keep, where everyone would go to take refuge. It seems to be a place where everyone is dead. And I think he genuinely thinks that this place has been utterly eradicated by some monster or terrible curse, and there is nothing left alive here. And so he is just going to see what it's got.
Okay, great. Zaldini, you going with it?
I think I would take a minute and just look if there's any kind of, I don't know, any accommodation that looks a bit wizardy. And I would try and look for the accommodation that just gave up some kind of arcana, aura of arcana, and see if I can find the place of this mentor that I was going to seek out.
Okay, so Martin, you go to the next cottage along, kind of on a little bit of a village square here. We've got the forge next door, and then on the other side of the square, you Zaldini, as a magic user, a burgeoning magic user, you get the twitch. Your spidey sense goes a little bit, and when you look over at the cottage directly across from the blacksmith's, you get a kind of it's a bit tumble down, the chimney's slightly crooked. You know, there's a bunch of some sort of herb hanging up outside the door.
It's walking around on chicken legs. That kind of house.
Yeah, and it gives you kind of...
I reckon it's that one.
Yeah, you know, you get the sense, you get the vibe. That's the guy. You know that's the one. That's the house. So if you wish, you can go over and explore that building.
I will, but I think I will go and knock on the door and make at least a show of hello, I'm looking for a great mage.
And there's no answer, and you knock a bit harder, and the door swings open.
Okay. Again, with making a show, and Zaldini's no shrinking violet or whatever it is, so he's kind of seen Martin's loot, and he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna look what's in it for me, but he's still making a show of hello, is anybody here? Zaldini, I have letters. I have letters of introduction. I was just wondering if there was a mage in the house. But also, I'm looking for anything. Herbs, medicines, maybe a spell book, anything like that.
For sure. It's a simple one-room cottage with, wizardy shit on the left. Like a bench with a still and a flask and all that set up. But they're smashed. They've been...
Right.
Someone's just, smashed him. It's been ransacked, this place. There's been, pages, books strewn all over the floor. And to the right of this one room, there's a simple bunk, one person bunk. And lying in the bunk is the body of a wizard. Tia.
That's a good, you know what? That's a good name.
It's a good name.
There's an adventure.
Called that. And if you'd like to go examine the body, you can see.
Is he a body? Is he not a puddle of? Because that in itself. Oh, well, that is interesting. I will. Is he clearly a corpse, or could he just be a sleeping wizard over here?
No, he's dead.
Okay.
And as you get closer, you realise his throat has been cut. The sheets are stained red, and it's spread all over the white pillow. And he's been murdered in his sleep.
There's a rat nibbling in.
Sure.
Cool.
Missing a couple of toes. Rats.
I don't think I'm actually that shocked by this. I think I've seen these kind of things, and I'm a little bit okay with it. So I'm just okay, I'm just having a little look here, and I start patting him down and looking for
sure.
the good stuff.
Let's do some random stuff here. Let's see. Let's roll a dice, right? 4, 5, or 6. There's some treasure here. Will you roll it?
Oh, okay. No, you know what? You roll it.
I'll roll it.
Go on then, roll it.
Just...
1.
He rolled it. I didn't say he rolled it. All right, I got a D6 now. I got a 5.
5. Okay, are you sure?
I'm 100% sure.
Okay.
Look, I can do that thing where we hold it to the screen, so that definitely.
Oh, that definitely makes it then. Okay. All right. Let's see. You find because this place has been really thoroughly ransacked, but you're a goblin with nimble fingers, and you look all over
from its cavity.
Different adventure. And you
adventuring party was ours.
Under the mattress, you find a scroll. I'm completely rolling randomly here. This feature of the scroll, it's faded papyrus. It's a faded papyrus, and it is a spell scroll. And it's the spell. The spell is sleep.
Oh, cool!
Sleep.
That's really cool.
There you go. You can can read that, spend some time later learning that off, or what do you do?
The irony that he had a sleep spell under his mattress.
Not ironic at all, because he clearly had trouble for his own.
I think it came with the mattress. You know, like a kind of when you bought the mattress, you got a sleep spell thrown in. You know,
maybe,
Nice.
yeah. There's definitely That's a good roll. That was completely random. So there you go. That's good, isn't it?
Excellent. Yeah, lovely. I'll continue looking around, but like you said, it's been pretty thoroughly ransacked. So I think I would probably make my way. If there was nothing else obvious, I would make my way back to Martin and discuss with him the new findings that actually the wizard I was looking for has been murdered rather than turned into a puddle.
Let's pause you there and shift over to Martin, who's gone into the other cottage. Why don't you roll a d6 as well and see what you find?
3.
3. It's just a really simple crofter's cottage. Nothing in it. No one in it, in fact. No one there at all. And you find nothing, turn to come back out, and you kind of both come out the entrance to the cottages at the same time. And
anybody dead inside? Like even
no, there's nobody. There's no puddles, no nothing. I wondered, did these people just leave when they spotted, just grabbed a bag and legged it? Maybe they escaped somewhere into the woods. But when you both stand in the entrance of the cottages, the puddle outside the forge has risen up and formed into a grey coloured ooze, a bit like Ghostbusters 2 when the thing comes out of a bath, a kind of a maw, and it's reaching across the village square in your direction, and it's heaving itself out of the puddle towards you.
Shit. I guess we're going to fight it.
No, man. Fucking leg it.
Yeah.
I think...
So let me give you your options. You've got the way you came in, and I guess I'm funneling you a little bit. There's a dock to the left, and you can see a boat tied up the dock.
So let's go for that
way.
Red, my man, can you
Yes.
can
I
row?
I mean, I understand the concept.
Excellent. And he goes.
I follow.
Okay, so you on your turn, then you run to the boat that oozes, heaving itself out of the puddle, and it moves slowly. You're able to make it to the boat, and you kind of run along this narrow plank dock, and there's a steaming puddle on the dock with the fishing rod next to it, and when you get into the boat, there's like rations in it, like enough to get you maybe a good ways down the river. So clearly this was like an escape plan that didn't quite come to fruition. So you loose the boat and you head on out.
I think as we get to the boat, I'm like, Red, my man, grab the fishing rod. Never know when that'll come in use, but
Well, that's a very good idea, Martin.
And I get in and I take up the oars and I say, "Don't worry, Red. I was actually a blue at uni, so I've got this." And
did that just become a Red Blue Wars reference? Because
no, it was like being a kind of Oxford or Cambridge blue, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some red, blue.
Even worse was a posh reference. We didn't get.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't get it then, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And so he gets in, and
Let's talk about this fishing rod you grab.
Yes.
It's in like kind of very close to this acidic puddle. Are you said, are you grabbing it? Are you just talk to me how you grab this rod?
Well, I mean, I would have almost dashed past it, but on Martin's kind of instruction, I kind of go for it, and I very gingerly attempt to pick it up out of the dripping, acidic remains of whatever poor fisherman was probably having a nice afternoon.
Planned it, so maybe you planned a nice afternoon. Who knows? So straight, you unloose the chain and you get in the boat.
Couldn't even quote it. Was trying to do that, couldn't do it.
The elf
lustily.
Pinnace, you undo and you begin to row. And the waters, the Gargery River leading to the Gargery Rapids is a fast flowing river. The current is strong. Well, I mean, are you local? Do you know of the local geography?
No.
I guess you don't know the rapids then. You move, and it takes you rowing for some time, right? So this is not like we're not crawling hex by hex here. We're going point to point. So, and you pass through the rapids, and is there anything? Well, I'll tell you what you see. The water is polluted. The water course is polluted, and it's the same kind of color. Purple, kind of grayish purple color that you've seen in the village, in the puddles in the village. So whatever has disintegrated the villagers has gotten into the water too. And as you approach the net,
topical, love it.
Yeah, exactly. And as you come around the bend of the river, this pollution gets stronger. The kind of azure color in the water. Is azure the right color? Have I picked the right color?
Azure is like a really bright blue.
Oh no, then it's not that. Then purple. I was trying to think of the cool purple name, but purple will have to do. And as you round a bit where the banks have been quite high, but as the banks of the river get low, like to places where maybe you could get off, you come to a place where the chemical stink here is almost unbearable. But on the low bank. You look out and you see a field of crystals. Crystals. Gigantic, 6 foot high crystals, 2 and 3 feet wide, different sizes, jagged shapes, poking out of the earth, protruding from the earth even. And they're purple. And some of them have been smashed. The soil and the ground is again steaming with this kind of caustic stuff. You feel like there's a little bank here. You could pull the boat in if you needed to.
Is the boat suffering in any way from the water? Like, is it eroding the boat or causing it to?
Not at this moment. No, not at this moment.
Good question.
Are we?
Martin, would you like to pull in here? I'd like to just have a look at this. Can you see this huge field of crystals?
I'll do that. He pulls it in, but I stay in the boat. Or stay with the boat, at least. Okay. I think I am. I don't see anything here of value for me, but I could get how a wizard might.
I would like to just maybe get a little handle on what's befallen this village, you see.
Yes, my man. You go do your wizarding thing, but I don't think we should tarry here.
No, agreed.
Some of these crystals look like they've blown apart or something, and the last thing I'd want is for you to go kaboom.
It's a very good observation. While you're waiting, why don't you give the fishing rod a little try? Although maybe nothing in that
this
river
water,
is...
Can you imagine the fish probably have like 3 eyes, all right?
Just good Simpsons reference. Okay, off I go to the crystals then.
It's because you're doing Mr. Burns. I thought, perfect.
All right, okay, we're both being mean about each other's voices now, so...
Sorry, Smithers. I mean, okay. I don't know.
It's okay.
Flanders doing Mo.
It's okay, Ned. Look, I just like I've had a week, okay? And I just want to pretend to be Welsh Goblin. Can I not even have that little brief moment of joy in my life? Now, what say you, Master of Dungeons, about these huge crystals in this field?
Okay, so let me tell you again. This field is full of giant crystals protruding from the earth.
Purple.
Some of them have been smashed open, and there are pools of purple, greyish, acidic liquid all over the field. It's the ground here is marshy and caustic. So you are stood on the shoal of the bank and shoal of time here, the edge of the river, and this part has remained relatively unpolluted, and it feels firm beneath your stick. You could those crystals definitely giving off a magical energy. They're pinging your wizard senses for sure.
I've got a little glass bottle here, and I wonder if I can't just like collect a little sample of the.
Great.
You said some of them exploded, so maybe there's like little shards or something.
Kind of there, yeah. So you can reach out and pick one up if you'd like. But
Yeah, I
everything
wouldn't.
is sizzling here, like even the crystal shards.
And is there like I mean I'm a wizard, but I'm not very I'm quite new. So is there anything that I can glean or gain or understand from them? Like I'd like to go and for want of a better word, investigate.
Yeah, I mean,
the cause of these.
You are a wizard. You are a beginner wizard, but you sense powerful magic has taken place here. Powerful ritual. You can taste it in the air. You can taste it in the air, and you can taste it in the air, and something. I mean, something has been let out of these crystals, and something that is the cause of these things. That's what's happened here, and it's taken a magic ritual of great power to do so. And as a result, some of the crystals have been shattered. And when you look at some of the other ones that are still intact, you can see in them like kind of the Alien TV show. There's something kind of against the glass.
Right, that'll do it for me. I click thump my way back to the boat and just
do you
Martin
collect any of the crystals?
Yeah, I'm going to collect a couple of shards, enough to fill a small glass bottle.
With your bare hands?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Because I said I was going to do it, and now I massively regret it.
I mean, yeah, it's fine. It's okay. It's fine. You do. I think maybe you wrap a hanky around your hand because it's fine.
Sure.
So how many hit points have you got?
3.
Yeah, that would have killed you. So you use your hanky, okay? You get back in the boat.
Tell
Martin, are you doing anything, or are you guys just keen to push off?
No, I think Red.
Yes.
What the sweet fuck is going on over here?
I don't know. There's a few strange things afoot, is all I can tell you. There's crystals in the field here. There's piles of bubbly acid that used to be people, I think. And the wizard I was coming to see has got he's had his throat cut. He's been murdered, he has.
But he wasn't in puddle form.
He wasn't in puddle form, which makes... And there's all a very sense of evil magic here.
I mean, yes, but I'm not wishing to contradict what you're saying there, but I find that the dark evil magic is pretty much everywhere.
Yes, I
Are you into dark evil magic? I wouldn't judge you if you were.
I'll be honest with you now, Martin. I wouldn't really know the difference. Just learn some magic, and
okay, so
I can
there's
do
just magic. Dark evil,
it's what you do with it that makes it,
Oh, okay. Yes. Excellent. It's not the knife that kills the man, it's the murderer. And he pushes off from the bank.
Okay. The river picks up a little speed.
Some children run across the field. It's too late.
He comes back. I get in the boat. We go.
I thought you had got in.
I know, I was being hilarious.
Excellent.
You were. It was very good.
Thank you.
Someone in Denmark just fell off their chair.
That's probably statistically true.
One person.
That's probably actually... Yeah. I reckon
but
you're
not
right.
as a result. Maybe
no,
as
just
a
as
result of what you just said. You know?
Badly made chair.
Oh, somebody in Austria just coughed. Again, we can make statistically probable statements all evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A tourist in India just realised that wasn't just a fart.
Been there. God, that was dreadful. I told you that story.
Another
Everyone
time.
just pause the story for a minute because this is a
what
doozy.
the people in Denmark
It is.
really want to hear.
This is what we came for. It was actually the moment that I realised I was completely in love with Koo and would probably marry her.
Yeah, I think you've told me that's.
If I told you that
a
story,
different story. The
no, it's the same.
proposal.
I was shitting myself blind, but she like really looked after me.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was gorgeous, but horrible. Like, absolutely. God, sorry, DM. Continue.
Speaking of hot, wet liquid, let's return to the Gargery Rapids.
God, it wasn't even hot. That's how quickly it was going. It's coming out cold. It was terrifying. Like, I'd drink some water and it would still be the same temperature. Oh, I mean...
I
you don't shout yourself so badly that it's come out cold.
Cold sweats. I would think I would find cold sweats more disturbing.
No, I'm saying it was like this
Equally quite
is really
soothing
scary.
for the anus in comparison.
Well, I mean,
to
after Act 1 of what happened, you know, it's kind of soothing.
that was
Almost a balm. Dreadful. Varanasi.
Would you drink
Yes.
cold water deliberately to soothe yourself, or would you just need to cool
I
down?
think
for a
in
boat?
that situation, it was just very strange.
I'm imagining you as a bucket with a hole in it, like it's
I mean,
literally
it's
going in and coming
pretty
straight
much-
out simultaneously.
I mean, it couldn't have, like, you know, very weird. Very, 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 very strange. Oh, sorry, we're playing some. Yes, no, I get back on the boat.
You get back on the boat, but it's
Yes.
too late. Gone.
It's
Once again,
I-
you shit yourself.
crystals explode. I die.
So you get back on the boat and you are again rowing for a bit, and it's not dark yet, but it's getting there.
Good.
Nice.
And
That's a Bob
the
Dylan
river, it is. Yeah, that's. I'm full of references tonight. You've missed about 5 of them.
Oh no.
I just.
No, you haven't. You've got them all. You got them all. You got them all.
I got the heavy metal one. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Hasn't been any of those yet. Hasn't been any
I
of those.
got the Wordsworth one.
You tried to do the Wordsworth one. I think it's actually
I can't remember anything at all ever. My brain is just gone.
Did
like-
you get them
like-
all, then, Mark?
Oh,
If you did, let us know.
Yes.
Yeah. Like- if someone in Denmark falls off the chair and no one acknowledges it on a podcast, does it really happen? Answers on a postcard.
So, as you row down the river, darkness, dusk, and the river branches in 2 directions.
Let's go
You've
our
got-
separate ways here.
Yeah. Thank you.
And you've got right. Which path would you like to choose?
You're rowing.
I'm rowing. I'm going to go to my right. The left as you would be looking at it.
So the left as I'm left. Oh, someone in
Okay.
Luxembourg just stubbed their toe. Continue.
Someone in Bristol just ate a Yorkie.
That's it's very, very yeah, they did.
I'm sorry, that tickled me. That was funny.
The emphasis on that was a little unnecessary, I think. That's a little like, you know. Someone in Walthamstow just got really upset. Like,
What?
someone in Cambridge was just a dick.
Several people in Cambridge with posh accents are being dicks right now.
Okay. Oh dear. you pull up
go
and
left.
again. Yeah, you go left.
Yeah. We go left.
Come to a
But
church.
someone else just turned right.
That was shit.
A cold and shit.
Cold shower. There must be a word for it.
Okay. You come. There's a church on the bank of the river. This time, there's a church, and in the gloaming, the darkness, you can see kind of figures gathered outside the building.
Ooh. Martin, what say you? Should we go and see what's happening?
Do we get any? I can't see because they're behind me. So I think I look at Red and I'm like, hang on. Are these guys, do they look like a cult or do they just look normal?
What do I see?
They are, at this point, they are near. So there's three. There's not near. They are, is it near? Which one? Which one's
Close.
the middle one?
Close. Oh, I don't know what the middle one is.
They're far. So you
They're
can't
far.
make it. You can just make out figures. They're not moving very precisely. Their movement seems somewhat clumsy and a bit jerky. They kind of one of them keeps falling over and getting back up again. So it's not, it's not ordinary people. But it's getting dark and you're going to need somewhere to pitch up for the night soon. So I'm not saying it needs to be this stop, but if it's not this one, it's going to be the next one.
What are we saying? What are we saying, Red?
They look a little, they don't look good, but I do think we need to stop soon. And
You mean they don't look good? Let's lead with
They don't look
that.
good.
Okay, but you want to stop there?
Well, I'm just weighing up the possibilities. We're going to need to stop soon because it's getting dark, isn't it?
Okay, I think I do my best to sort of spin the boat around a bit to try and see for myself if I can.
Is there something wrong with your neck?
Well, I think I haven't got full, I think if I tried to, if you try and do that when you're steering, though, you turn the boat, wouldn't you? Like turn your head too far, you take the steering wheel with you.
This boat's got a steering wheel.
Well, you know what I mean.
What kind of boat were you in?
Are we in a steampunk adventures?
Yeah. And I'm driving it backwards the whole time like this.
It's like, that Naked Gun joke where he goes, I drove back to the office and he's like looking over his shoulder.
Yeah, I think he looks... Oh, fuck's sake, Red. They're dead. I think they're dead people.
No, well, then they probably won't mind if we borrow their church.
No. But,
No? Okay. Well, we row with the hope that we can stop soon, or we...
I don't think I want to stop by a whole host of zombies.
As you drift closer...
There is logic there.
As you drift closer, you realise there's a light in the church. Like there's something burning in the church. The church is occupied.
Oh. Okay. Then in that case, I think I would like to see quickly if there's a place I could lodge the boat without being too visible to these people. So maybe just going slightly past and then bringing it into the bank or ducking it into the bank early before we get to the main spot.
Sure.
So we might be able to creep up a bit.
Sure. I mean, I think you're far enough away that you can park the boat up on the bank and that'd be all right. No one will see that, I think.
Okay.
In the dark. So you pull the boat up, you get off, and you want to get closer.
I want to skirt round the edge of this congregation of seemingly undead or the falling over and getting back up is worrying me.
Yeah, there's three of them. There's 3 of them. And make a stealth check.
Is that just Dex?
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Right, like a thief in the night. You are a thief in the night. You creeping between the tombstones. You get right up. Do you want to move? I mean, with a dirty 20, you can get right up without them seeing.
Yeah, I leave red, and I'm there. You're not sure which stone I'm behind either anymore.
Cool.
And you see 3 shambling figures kind of dunk, trying to kind of get in to the church, which seems to be perhaps barred or barricaded from the inside. And I guess you were expecting zombies, and they are of a sort, but like it's almost like a kind of an ooze has been poured down the throat of a corpse and not quite managed to get all the way in. And this is like an ooze like you saw in the village, but one that's kind of insinuated itself into an old corpse, and it's animated it, and it's kind of it's not in full control of its limbs. Again, a little bit like the eyeball alien in the Alien TV show. That's kind of the way it's operating. So it's almost like this, and you can see around you 3 kind of graves that have kind of been burst open or dissolved open, and that's what's happening here. So, what would you like to do? They don't see you. Sorry, let's give Zaldini a turn. Zaldini, what would you like to do?
I think I too would, like in an arc around, try and stealthily scurry and stomp my way towards the church.
Make a stealth check or a dexterity check to see how well you can.
19.
Great, absolutely. You creep to within. You are both, close, not 5 feet, but you can see them quite clearly now. Both of you, maybe you can see each other across the graveyard. Maybe you're signaling. Tell me if that's the case. But there's clearly some people in the church. Someone's kind of keeping. You can see maybe the flicker of someone as they're looking through a little peephole every so often to keep an eye on these things. And there's a light. There's a light in the church. Someone has lit torches or a fire in there.
Is there any obvious way in apart from the barred front door?
No.
I make a dash for the front door.
Great. You make a dash for the front door. Fine.
And I knock on it. And I'm like...
Next to the zombie?
I thought they were... Are they right by the front
his head
door?
On it.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Then I don't do that.
Okay.
I will...
Is there a window or something?
Or a tower?
No, it's a very modest rural church with stained glass window, one big door in.
The guy that we can see, you said we can see someone kind of moving behind it, yeah?
Yeah.
I imagine that's like through a window or something. Can we move
the door's clearly barred, and there's probably a little peephole or someone's carved a little hole. And every so often, kind of like you see it being covered over and then coming again as if someone's peeping through it.
I'd like to try and get their attention if we can, but I'm not sure how to.
I would like to go round. I think I'd like to go round the back of this simple church to see if there's any, like you said, there's some stained glass windows and things. And I'd like to find my way round to the side of the church away from the oozy undead. And see if I can't. Nice. Yeah. See if I can't kind of get their attention through a window.
Okay, sure.
Even if I'm just climbing up by a window and just on the outside of it, you know?
Okay, sure. I think you can probably do that. You climb up. Make a climb roll. What's that? Dex again?
Strength with Dex.
18.
Great. Make it up. Tap, tap, tap. And you hear kind of a murmur of, huh? You know, that kind of, and kind of a tentative voice says, I can't find a voice. Hello?
Greetings. You okay in there?
The fuck we are? Trapped in a church with zombie oozes outside. Who are you?
We are travelers, passing by.
He says they're travelers. They're travelers.
And we were just wondering what the fuck was happening here. Maybe we could help.
Right. You could help. All right. If you take care of those two, you could help. But we don't know.
There's 3, by the way.
He says there's 3 now.
3. That's one more than there was a little while ago.
How many of you are there?
5 or 6.
Okay. Are you all like grown-ups? Any children? Or elderly?
Well, old Steve. He's in his 40s. He's in his 40s. He's only middle-aged. But young Joseph, he's probably pushing 60. Got a couple of kids as well, but 1 or 2 able-bodied. Father Jones has been known to be handy.
Many hands make light work. That's what they say. Okay, and we would be happy to assist, but I'm not going to get myself killed so you can stay in the church.
No, well, we'd like to get out. We don't know what happened. All we know is we were worshipping, and we were attacked. A number of our congregation had perished, and these things have now animated the bodies of, that's my aunt out there. It's
Lovely
animated my aunt.
Looks
my
like
aunt
she would have been.
It's all in her there. I never seen her filled so comprehensively before.
Oh.
Right. Great.
But how did you get here?
We took a boat.
Brilliant. There's room in it for us then? You'll take us with you?
Could be tricky. Rather small boat.
Right.
I think best bet to.
But we're desperate.
Local? Are you local?
We are local. Well, local-ish, but we need to get out of here, clearly. These things are everywhere.
Right. And where did they come from?
Well, they came from the water, it would appear.
Right. Okay. Right, I'll see what I can do. No promises. If you want to die, that's your prerogative.
Please, at least will you take the children?
Only if I can guarantee this. And I'm not sure what lies for. Just right now.
Gotta be safer than here.
Well, right now you seem to be doing quite a good job staying safe.
Trouble is, we've run out of food. Have you got food? And he opens the window and he goes, pass it in. The children are so hungry.
Can I see in?
No, it's one of those, like, it kind of opens out. It's like, you know, those way those church windows open like that.
Yeah, nice. The food's in the boat. Give me a minute. And he jumps down from the window.
Okay, Saldini, what you doing?
I'm going to shoot a magic missile at one of them.
Brilliant.
I feel I'm quite well hidden behind the
Yeah, this
tombstone.
is a surprise round for sure.
I just want the one near the door. I feel. Am I far? Because I'd like to be far before I do this.
Sure, you can sneak a little further back if you want to make.
I like to do that, and I think these are a threat. I fancy my chances. I'm gonna. My plan is to shoot him, move, hide, shoot him.
Okay. The brilliant way this works is you don't roll to hit, you roll to see how well you cast the spell. Especially as you could go horribly wrong.
Yes.
Now, think you roll magic missile with advantage.
You do.
I do.
So you're rolling your spell check to see if you can pull this spell off.
I am. Now, if I fail, am I right in thinking that it's gone for the day?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So it's not like you have to do it once before it fails.
We can. That's the house rule we've seen around.
It's fine. I can't. Yeah, it's okay.
That's fine.
But you're rolling with advantage anyway.
I'm
mate.
rolling with advantage with magic missiles. Let's see how we do. So I've got an 11 to beat, but I have a +4 on my spell casting. First roll is a 5.
Okay.
So that's a fail. Second roll, though, is an 8, which I think makes it on 12, just makes it. So, oof, I shoot 1. I hit the guy, and it does some damage. Which I'll be right back. I'm super bad. I do. Oh, lovely. That's a 4. I do 4 points of magic missile damage to the one on the door. Fuzung.
Yeah, and it like blows a big chunk of viscera off the side of it. Probably
Excellent.
about 1/3 of its body mass is blown away, and you can see kind of ooze leaking out near the side of it.
Right, only a 1/3.
What did you say? Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're 2.5. Yeah.
All right. I retreat.
Yeah, because now you need to roll initiative because now it's looking for you.
All right.
We're going to go into combat.
Terrible idea. Is it plus? It's not. It's just straight roll. Yeah. You got 16, 14.
Okay, so and they rolled 12, so they're going last. So it's Martin, Zaldini, and we'll give them all the same.
Cool.
Okay, so that was just surprise round. So Martin, you're up. You hear an explosion, the sound of a missile exploding. What would you like to do?
I'm going to go to the corner of the church where I can get a bead on these things. Yep. How are they configured? Are they very close together? Are they spread out in any way?
Yeah, they're spread out a little bit, but they're within like probably 10 feet of each other. They're kind of in a slightly triangle formation. The one that you hit, Zaldini, is kind of come out and just kind of blindly following the direction of the missile in an attempt to find you. And the other two are kind of just, wandering around in small circles.
Okay. I think I want to hold my action until they're more spread out.
Okay.
But I'm just waiting by the edge of this church, keeping an eye on them.
Okay. Zaldini, your turn.
Is it like movement action or is it movement or action? Because I'd like to kind of
movement and action is fine.
Cool. All right. Well, I'd like to take my shot and then drop back. Okay. 11 meets it, beats it.
Beats it.
Grand. Oh, that's good anyway. So I take my second magic missile on him. That's another 3 points.
Okay. it's looking pretty rough.
Cool.
That one moves its full movement near, and again, it traces the arc of the. So it's getting closer to you, I think. Well, you're moving back, isn't it? So you're
I'm moving back is the idea. So, and I'm kind of doing it. So, if there's three of them, and I kind of see him as a triangle, I imagine this guy's at the peak of it, and I'm trying to draw him away from the other two as well. So,
right.
As I go further, he goes further than those two.
But as you kind of back further away, you look over your shoulder and you realize you're coming up to the bank of the river. So you're within close-ish, 10 feet from the bank of the river. The second one of the kind of triangle moves, kind of stumbles and shambles in the direction of Martin, and the other one goes in the other direction. So the triangle kind of spreads further. And that's their turn. They don't see you yet. It's Martin's turn.
I would like to sort of be in wait for this one that's coming my way, to be like hit, like maybe slightly climbed up or hidden on the edge of this church, ready that if it comes, pounce, but just sort of staying in my place, but trying to kind of maybe get slightly above it or whatever it might be, but not be immediately visible to it when it runs to come around, sort of essentially hide.
Okay. I think it's getting closer, so it might sense you if you're not super stealthy here. So I think you need to
can I make a hide roll?
Yeah.
I roll with advantage, and I rolled a 2 and a 3 on the die. So that's a 7.
Oh, I wonder, you kind of step on something that makes a noise, or you perhaps maybe graveyard, you kick over an urn.
Yes, nice.
The voice of the church goes, "Oh no, Uncle Steve!" So it's on to you. The one that was coming towards you is onto you and moving in your direction. So yeah,
can I move?
Yeah.
Then I think I attempt to hide and make a noise and shit. And so I just run for it. I run around the church again to try and get round the other side. Dash to get the fuck out of here if I can.
Okay. Fine. Did I say, is it Zaldini's turn next? Did I get that right?
Yeah, I'm after him. 12 will hit. Let's see if I can get a crit. No, I can't. One more hit on him with these magic missiles. That's another 4. Hooray.
Yeah, he explodes in a spray of... There's no blood left in this, so there's no blood, but it's a spray of ooze that splatters everywhere. And again, you hear a voice in the church going, "Oh, it's Zoe!" And he's
not anymore.
That's one gone, and you're 10 feet from the bank of the river, and about 60 feet back from the church now. And your companion is somewhere around the back of the church, being kind of chased by.
I'll move in that direction if I may.
Okay, so you're within kind of.
I'd like to be far. I'd like to be far from the one that is pursuing.
Okay. So you can see one of them still, but the other one is perhaps now gone around the back.
That's fine. That's fine.
And it's Ooze's turn. So, Martin, you said you went round the back of the church, and that this thing has seen you and coming around, and the other one has gone round the other side.
Love it.
And you realise, to your horror, that you've been caught in an ooze pincer movement. Not necessarily deliberately, because they're not that smart, but you've been kind of you've been surrounded, and you turn to realise that this thing is behind you, and it lashes out. There's a 13 hit.
No.
swings an uncoordinated at you and misses.
I think he sort of ducks and swings his cloak to kind of distort where he is, as best he can.
Yeah, lovely. And while you do that, then the other one has come round the other side and it's going to take an attack at you as well. And that's missing because that's a 3. So that's their turn now.
I think the first one swings at me and gets cloak, and I duck down, and the second one comes around and boffs his mate.
And it's your turn.
How sentient do I get a sense these things are? Like how, kind of just completely primal and stupid, or are they like sentient and clever in any?
No, it's pure sensory, and not even necessarily sight, but the vibrations in the ground. They just want to absorb and dissolve things. That's how they get their sustenance. This is a purely animal instinct. I don't think there's any. They're just like liquid. They just pour themselves into spaces so that they can just dissolve what they can. So there's no sense of intellect here.
Okay. I'm gonna. There's no opportunity attacks, I don't think, in Shadowdark.
No.
I'm gonna run away and tie a rope to a tree. Is what I'm going to attempt to do.
Okay. So, you want to make a little kind of trip hazard?
No, I want to tie the rope to it so that it's almost like anchored, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that if I were then to try and tie them up, they wouldn't be able to get away, like a dog, that's been sort of tethered.
Okay, that's smart. Okay, Zaldini, it's your turn.
Again, the one that I put in my eye line. 10. I hit. I shoot this lovely magic missile for 2 points of damage.
Okay.
And then again, just kind of keep them at distance.
Okay. Smart. And then the ooze. So you've not made any attempt to kind of hide here. You just move, so they're just gonna keep following you. And they were doing. You said you moved your movement, so they've got the same range of movement you are. So they're just gonna keep following, and they're gonna swing again, both of them. Oh, well, they miss. Does a 10's not gonna hit. No, so they miss again. They're so clumsy and uncoordinated, these things, that they just keep swinging and miss.
Right. They're close to me now, yeah?
Yeah, they are within range. Yeah, they're close.
And I'm stood by a tree they've just tied a rope to. So what I'm going to attempt to do now, and I think in some ways I probably should take some sort of attack opportunity. I'm going to try and run. So I'm going to try and run round them and round the tree. Do you see what I mean? Sort of lapping round a little bit, and then pull the rope to try and get them sort of to the tree, if that makes sense.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, so try and wrap the rope round and then maybe try and tie the other end to another tree. But if you want to make a swing at me while I do that, I think that's fair.
I think the check is, as you're tying the rope, you're very close to them.
Yeah.
So they're going to take, and it's going to take your whole turn. So when it's their turn, they'll take an attack.
Okay.
But
at the end of that turn, they would be tethered.
Yeah.
So they're tethered now, but I've not got away. It's basically the devil's bargain here. Okay.
Yeah. And in the meantime, Zaldini can take a turn if he wants to move closer and take a shot.
I do. Natural 18 and 17 for just the 1 point of magic missile.
Now, so this is happening kind of around the back, this little wooded area around the back of the church. And Zaldini, have you gone round to you're around the side of the church?
I'm kind of trying to, just moving around, keeping them at distance, but keeping them in my sight line has been great. my intention.
And so, what we kind of hear from the outside is these missiles.
Yeah.
Hitting them. Great. Brilliant. Right. And it's the Ooze's turn, and they're going to take a swing. One each at you. 11.
Miss.
And 20.
Oh, that's a hit.
Dirty.
Dirty 20 is a hit.
Dirty 20 is a hit. What's your HP?
Let's see.
6.
Oh, I'm down.
Yeah, we're not that close. I don't know.
You know them that well. What's your
roll? Your 1d4.
Yeah, roll your 1d4.
Is 10.
It's +0.
So you've got 1d4 plus mod. Yeah. Okay, so roll your 1d4.
Roll 4. Oh, all right.
Great. You've got time. So I think you tie the rope off just as one catches you across the face.
I think I'm tying it and it won't quite tie. And then eventually I pull it. And And
in trying to cinch that knot that little bit tighter, you go just a little bit too close and it just whoosh.
Yeah. You get them both. Are they both? They're both wound up here, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're both tied, and it's Zaldini. It's your turn.
I think it looks like I can approach because they look secured, so I can approach. And how far was I? I was far, right? So I think in one go I can move twice my distance, which I assume would probably take me to the.
No, you can only move. So you'll take a move to go. You can go from far to near, and that's one turn, and then you can go again. But
I did read. I literally glanced by. I did think I read if you didn't take an action, you could also move from near to close as well. So
okay, fine. No
that
problem.
would be me getting close to the unconscious body,
and that's your turn, right?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Great. Okay, so let's
you got to knock one off.
Yep, done. So we'll say, the time it takes for you to get up, that's time taken, right? And it's getting darker and all those other things are happening and things are tipping over. And do you want to go straight? You want to go straight then to your turn. So do you want to make your stabilize check? This is going to be...
Do they get a go first?
The zombies.
Or do they get...
Yeah, I mean, they would. They can try and break out of it if you'd like. Yeah, we can make a strength check. Let's say this is you made extra effort to make this a good knot, so I'm going to make this a hard check for them. Right? Oh shit! Okay, well they beat that, so they are straining. You make it over, and they in one more round they're going to escape. That knot is loosening.
Straining. Gosh. So. Then I'm not. I don't know what to do, because even if I stabilize you, you're still unconscious. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to again. I'm going on 5e rules, but I'm assuming if I try and drag him away, I can move maybe half my. I can't go that far, but I think I would just shout. I start shouting now. I don't have any kind of magic. I don't have anything that can project it, but I'd be like, okay, I say now, people in church, come, they're secured, but I need your help now, come.
You hear the bolt slide back, and the doors of the church open. You can hear them. You can't see them. and you can hear movement around the front of the church.
Cool.
Are you dragging me towards the church?
I'm trying to, yeah.
Nice.
I'm trying to, because I don't. If they're like, I sense that they're going to break out, so I'm trying to get a bit of distance.
Okay, great.
Have I had my action? Because I've done.
No, you can try and stabilize them if you want.
Again, you're still unconscious, so I almost don't. Well, I mean, it stops you. I mean, I have to try it. Okay, DC 15.
Intelligence.
Yeah, my intelligence is pretty good though. So +3 to this roll. 17 on the dice, 20, dirty 20. You're stable.
You stabilize the wound. You feel his breathing settle, return, settle into a steady pattern. You pull him away just in time as they, get out of the knot and begin to pull themselves. And I think maybe we should probably end it here, I think.
Yeah.
So
get me into the church. Yeah.
As you pull him away, kind of, you're round to the side of the church. You look over your shoulder, and you see the sight of these, church-going folk in there. What was their Sunday best, perhaps, but now is stained and smeared with blood and purple. You see them like peeking around the corner of the wall. You see one of them peeking, and you go, "Yeah, go, go, go!" And you see the rest of them running towards your boat, piling the children in, as many of them getting in as they can. And that's what you see as
awesome.
Session ends.
Good ending. I was going to aim my burning hands at the zombies, but I might